since I was born. And don't forget, man. I represent Jesus Christ.
What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Tony. Man, I'm back again. Oh, man, listen. We going back up in this jailhouse as usual, you know. As usual. Man, I was having a conversation with a dude today, and we was talking about stuff that happened in prison when we was in prison. And, you know, he brought up, he said, man, you remember when such and such that happened over there? I'm like, yeah. He like, man, that was crazy. He say, man, you ever told that story on your channel? I'm like, nah, I ain't never told that story, homie. He was like, man, tell that story, man, tell that story. I said, you know what? I'm going to tell it today. So today is the day I'm going to tell, right now I'm going to tell that story, man. Listen, this is some crazy stuff right here. You got crazy stuff that go on in prison, especially in southern state prisons, especially like Alabama. Now, I tell people all the time, a lot of the stuff that I've seen and experienced and been through in Alabama State Prison, I never seen, heard, or ever even thought about in a California prison. Now, you had a lot of people that get in the comment, they be like, hey, man, I know they got woo-woo-woo, speaking on like gay stuff. Woo-woo-woo, man, California prison. Yeah. I never said California prisons don't have gay activities going on, but they don't have it going on to the level that they had it going on in the Alabama prison. I don't care if you get mad, say what you want to say. No, you know what I'm saying? Live with it. Cali didn't do it like that, man. You know, straight up. The closest thing that Cali prison system had to some real live stuff like I've seen in Alabama was in CMC East and Vacaville. Now, I don't know about nowadays. Now, I'm speaking on back in the 80s, man. So let's get that out the way, because a lot of time people in this day and age, they hear my videos and they like, man, no. I'm speaking on back in the 1980s, before some of y'all was probably even born. You feel what I'm saying? And showing up didn't know nothing about no prison system. So get that in your mind right. Don't comment and dispute on nothing that I'm talking about that happened in the 80s when you wasn't even there. So anyway, during that time in CMC East, it was a super gayed out prison, and Vacaville was the epicenter in California for the gayism stuff. And it was up in Northern California. But still in all, I went through CMC for about a month and a half before they got me up out of there. They peeped that I wasn't supposed to be there, and they hurried up and locked me up and transferred me real quick. They thought I was down there to put a hit out on somebody. You know, you do what you do. But anyway, the story I'm finna tell y'all about that I'm talking about that happened in this Alabama prison, never in a million years would I have ever seen anything like this in a California prison. Not when I was there. But anyway, we moving on to a prison called West Jefferson. West Jefferson, I tell y'all a lot about. It's called Donaldson now. It's a maximum security. Probably the highest maximum security in the state of Alabama. Right? This was the most gayest prison I've ever been to in my entire life. The things that went on in West Jefferson and the things I seen in this prison was wild. It was a functioning cemetery. That's what West Jefferson was, y'all. A functioning cemetery. That's where people went to DIE. That's what they send you there for, because it was the land of the walking dead. the land of the walking dead. I mean, I told y'all about when I was in that prison so long, man. One time, man, I got so depressed that I made my mind up, man. You know what, man? I'm not even going home, man. I'm just finna crash out and make somebody end me. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna just start just wilding out on food so bad that somebody was just gonna end me, you know? And like I say, luckily by the power that be, I had a lot of good homies that was from Cali around me at that time, and they was like, "No, Tune, you got to snap out of this," you know. I told y'all at the time, 2007, I think I called moms and told her, "Hey, mom, I love you, but I ain't coming home." I had got that down and that depressed in that prison, man. It's full of wicked spirits. That prison is a functioning cemetery. When I tell you this, I tell you this. Same thing in and day out, day in and day out. Just it was hell, man. Ugh. It just leave a bad taste in my mouth to even think about it sometimes. But anyway, a lot of stuff went on in that place, y'all. A lot of stuff went on in that place. Man, I'm gonna tell you a story about this here, man. I don't know if you ever been in a prison where they had prison weddings. This was my first time ever seeing something like this. You know, well, when I was there. Now, I've seen several while I was there. I've seen several prison weddings while I was there. I've seen several of them, but that was my first time running across that type of situation when I got to that prison. An actual prison wedding. I did a video on the first prison wedding I ever seen there. I did some months ago. You'd have to go back and find it. I don't even be remembering the time. People like, well, Tune, what video would it? I have thousands of videos out over the last 3-4 years. I don't even remember the title of them videos, y'all. I'm just making videos, putting the title on them and putting them out there. You watching me, watch them. You don't, you don't. I don't remember them. I don't even know how to go back and find the majority of the videos I've made, I'm going to say, over the last 3 years. You know? I don't know. It's got to find the best way you can. But anyway, this one right here was some of the most craziest stuff I've ever seen while I was there. Craziest stuff I ever seen while I was there. A prison wedding. And now, you know, in there when they do what's called jumping the broom. Now, jumping the broom came from way back in the day on Roots, old black movie that was out back in the day called Roots. When the slaves would get married, they would hold hands and jump over the broom, and that pronounced them husband and wife. So in the prison system, they jumped the broom. So now the day came that these two dudes was getting married. They was gonna jump the broom. All that day, everybody was talking about it, and it was like like a festival, like something, you know what I'm saying? Something that was really, really finna go down. Finna go down, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know, this was the type of talk. Hey, but you know, later on, hey, you know, when they open up the yard, you know, such and such finna get married, man. I'm gonna go out there and check it out. You know, this is how dudes talking. You know, dudes getting their little Kool-Aid together and, you know what I'm saying, getting whatever they finna eat. They finna go out there to the wedding. Now, whichever dude was playing the man role, he had all his partners coming out. You know, they coming out, you know, and righteously congratulating them. Like, oh, man, that's what's up, man. You finna go on, lock it on down, huh? Man, go on, call it a day, huh? And then they would say, they don't use the word girl. You know, in the South, they delete the letter R. They, instead of saying girl, they say gull. Gull. Oh, gull. And hey, that's how they talk. But anyway, you know, dudes pat them on the back. You finna let old girl lock you down, huh? Finna let old girl lock you. You know, like he's really, really finna be married to a woman, and he's finna, you know, not be a player no more. He's finna be dedicated to this one woman. That's the way the speech is going. But in all actuality, it's two men. So then you got the dude that's playing the girl role. He got all his little fruit bat partners. They coming out there, you know what I'm saying? So hey, on days like this, the fruit bat mafia, they coming out in mass with they Sunday best on. You know what I'm saying? With they fake hair and what you call them wigs and they little bitty pants and skirts and high heel state boot pumps and all the rest. You know what I'm saying? They finna step out in style. Then they got their boyfriends with them. They coming like they really coming to the wedding. Got the best man. Yeah. I know some of y'all like, what? It is what it is. It was what it was, man. It's going to be what it's going to be. It is. That is the world. Once you decide to come to prison out there, that's the world that you in now, So look here. Now, everybody run around talking about it. Now, of course, you got a lot of dudes that just could care less about it, man. They don't want nothing to do with that mess. You know what I'm saying? They know in their heart and in their mind, this is an abomination and, just don't care. So if you're not with it, you're not going to be there or whatever. When the yard open up and the festivities start. Now, of course, you got people that's going to go outside. They got the iron pile out there. You know what I'm saying? They out there playing basketball or bully ball, whatever they feel like they playing that day. You got dudes that's running laps around the fence or whatever, And the so-called little wet thing is going on in the middle of the field. So here it is. The yard open up. Yard. Everybody filing out. Now, of course, the police not finna stop this. They know what's going on. They know it's a wedding going on that day. They could care less. You know what I'm saying? They're not finna stop it. They don't give a dang about it. They used to it. They have become jaded. They know this is prison protocol ritual in these prisons right here, Only thing they happy about is they don't have to do no paperwork. They would prefer this going on. In fact, the prisons in Alabama, they promote, I'm telling you right now, they promote homosexuality. They promote it, they push it, they promote it, they protect it. They want it to go on. It is a regular pastime, and they feel, okay, as long as these dudes kissing, biting, chewing on each other, they won't be out here fighting and stabbing. That's how they look at it. And so they promote it. To the point to where it's like this here. I'll give you an example. A knife got stolen in the kitchen one day. They sent all the kitchen workers back to their block. So now, somehow, some way, the administration got word that the knife, whoever stole it, it was in this block right here. So the police came in, turned all the TVs off, and they made an announcement. This is the type of prison system you're gonna be in Alabama. They made an announcement. They said, look, we giving y'all 10 minutes to come up with that knife. We know it's in this block. And if you don't come up with the knife, we are coming back to lock up every homosexual in the block. What? Do tell. So now I'm sitting now with the day that this happened, I'm sitting at the table. I'm tripping on this. I'm looking. I'm like, what? They gonna do what? So me and the dude I'm talking to, I say, cuz, what they, I said, cuz, because I was talking to a little crypto. I'm like, cuz, what they talking about? They like, man, shoot, man, they gonna come back and come back and lock up all the punks, man. They gonna come up with that knife. I'm like, man, ain't that? He said, no, man, no. They finna come up with that knife. Watch, dude, watch. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch. So they made that announcement and they left back out, closed the door and left back out. You had dudes all over the block hollering, hey, man, y'all better come up with that knife, man. I'm telling you right now, man, whoever got that knife, y'all better come up with that knife. Better come up with it now. Because, man, I ain't finna lose my boy, man. My boy ain't finna go to no lock. I'm telling you right now. Not one, not two, not three, but several. A bunch of dudes start hollering just like that. Tripped me out. Now, I hadn't been in that prison too long when that incident right there tripped me out. That's what I'm saying. Now, that is something that you would never, ever, 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 ever see in a California prison. That right there, y'all better give them that knife, man. We're gonna lock all the boys up. And then dudes go to holler and come up with the knife? No. But hey, That's how it was going in Alabama prison system, just like that. And the cold part, and they came up with that knife too. They came up with that knife, man. Yeah, they came up with that knife. So that's the world that you're gonna be living in an Alabama prison. So anyway, back to the lesson at hand. So now the yard opened up. Everybody going out for the yard call. Whoever going out to the wedding, they out to the wedding. So now they got whatever dude that's out there. They got cups of Kool-Aid for the toast. They got the dude that's playing the man role. He pulling up. Now here it is. You got the one that's playing the girl role. He got on his I'm talking about his Figaro best. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been selling cat all day. Skin tight skirt, skin tight pants, whatever they got on. All the makeup that you can, they decked out. Then you got everybody that's at the wedding. Got little shredded pieces of paper in their hand. They gonna throw like they throwing rice, like they throwing confetti or something. Got the broom. They done took the broom out the block onto the yard. They done laid the broom down on the ground in front of them. On the ground in front of them. Boom. So they can hop the broom, and now they gonna be married. Then you got the dude up there. I guess he playing the preacher role. He the one that's doing all the talking. Now I ain't finna front. I'm finna tell the truth. I was over there by that basketball court, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm watching. I'm watching like a big dog. I'm like, man, what? Cause this is tripping me out. I'm watching. I'm like, dang. I'm like, man, what? You know, man, what? So I'm watching. So there's a bunch of other dudes standing around. They cracking jokes. They talking. Woo, 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 woo. So it was several of us. We ain't over there, but we were over here. But we watching. We tripping on this, man. So now the dude that's doing the wedding, he running his mouth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do you take such and such for your husband? Do you take such and such for your wife? And you can do this and do that. Da. Okay. So now while all this is going on, before it got to the end of the wedding, some people came out the block. And the reason why we knew they was coming out the block, because it was a big old yelling now. In a high-pitched voice, oh no, I know the F y'all ain't. No, I know the F y'all ain't. So look, it was a group of it was about 3-4 little dudes that was part of the Fruit Bat Mafia. They walk across, you know what I'm saying? They walk across the real fast. You know what I'm saying? The Sagunis, they got a little funny walk. They walking fast, but the one in the front, little skinny, tall one, real black, bald-headed, ugly as I don't know what. He like, oh, no, I know you ain't playing with me like that. So now we over there by the basketball court, we tripping, we like, whoa, man, what is this? Man, what's happening? So the other little gay dude, he run out, he say, I know you ain't finna try to marry this B on me like that. When you told me you loved me and you told me you was with me, man, you tripping. Yeah. So now the dude spin around, he like, hey, B, you better go ahead on. I told you, it ain't none with me and you. It ain't this my baby right here. This who I'm finna marry right here. You better go ahead on. Now the police up in the tower, he could care less, y'all. Police up in the tower, he could care less. He watching though, but he just watching. He used to this type stuff. So now we on the basketball court. He like, man, I'm like, man, look at this. So the other one, the new one that just came out. Oh, you didn't say it. You was just in the cell with me last night. You just had your whoop 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 up in my whoop 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 last night. So how you love this beat when you was effing me? Do tell. Scooby? What? Hey, so, like what? So now the fruit bat that was supposed to be getting married, spin off. You better get out of here, B, and leave my man alone. You lying. He wasn't with you. Yes, he was. He wasn't with you. So now the two Saguni, now the two fruit bats, they arguing. One of them swang. Bow. When he swung, they in the middle of the field locking up. Boop, bap, bap, boop, bap, bap, bap. They cat fighting, scratching. pulling their fake hair off, pulling on each other's clothes. The police watching now. He ain't saying nothing. He don't care nothing about that mess. He watching. It's funny to him, I guess. The dude here in the middle, he trying to break them up. They hitting him. They hitting each other. The new one that it came out late, he reached down, he grabbed the broom. Now he's swinging the broom. He's swinging the broom at the dude. The dude backing up. He trying to tell him, man, get back. Man, you tripping, get back. Man, you tripping, get back, get back. So the one he was gonna marry, a fruit bat, and I'm gonna call him fruit bat number one. Got fruit bat number one, and fruit bat number two is the one who came out. Fruit bat number one run up and grab the broom. So now fruit bat one and fruit bat two, they argued over the broom, pulling it back and forth. Give me the broom, B. No, B, let the broom go. Give me the broom, B. No, B, let the broom go. So now the dude who was supposed to be doing the one supposed to be married playing the preacher role, he say, man, y'all ain't finna be nowhere. Y'all got to straighten that out. Y'all got to straighten that out. Y'all got to straighten that out. Here go the tripped out part, y'all. Well, here goes some more of the tripped out part because the whole thing is tripped. Fruit bat one and fruit bat two, and the dude that was finna marry fruit bat one, they all leave the yard. Everybody, and then everybody that was at the wedding, they all filing back in the block. Fruit bat one, fruit bat two, and the dude, they all go up into the cell and boom the door. Boom. Now all three of them in the cell. Now what went on in the cell, you can do the math, but they didn't come out the cell till way later on that night. They was in there for about the next 3, 4, 5 hours. When they came out the cell, everything was fine. Wasn't no more arguing. Wasn't no more fussing. What was said in the cell, I couldn't tell you. What type of agreement was made, I couldn't tell you. You can only guess on something like this. You can only guess. But I don't know if they became a threesome or a thrupplet, not a couple, but a thruple. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they became after that, but that's how that one ended. Tripped me out. I had never, ever, ever even imagined nothing like that. So now, you know, those who be jumping in the comments talk about, man, what they know they do in Cali prison. Man, anybody that ever did time in a Cali prison, you tell me, have you ever seen anything happen in a Cali prison like that? I bet you can't, because it don't, you know. So I'm going to end this saying, for you youngsters out there that feel y'all go to prison, oh, prison ain't that bad. Man, I can go to prison, man, I can do that, it ain't no thing. I can go to prison. I'll do my time, come out. My uncle, my daddy, my big cousin, man, my big homies. Okay. In them southern prisons. All right. If that's the world that you figure you can get comfortable in for the next 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years, if you can get comfortable in that world, take your butt on in there then. Take your butt on in there. Because it's in there. You not finna change it. You not finna make it work no different. You gonna have to go in there and get in where you fit in. You feel what I'm saying? Go in there and get in where you fit in, because you ain't finna go in there and change nothing. This was going on before you got there. It's gonna be going on while you there. And it's gonna be going on once you leave there. So you might well settle on in for the ride. If that's what you want to do, go on in there and settle on in for the ride. Or you can stop doing what you're doing now, and you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about it. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about none of that. Hey, man, like I say, I'm trying to hip you before they ship you. In the meantime, between time, man, tell the people that you love them. And it's me, your big partner, Tony, man. I represent Jesus Christ, y'all, and I'm out. Peace.